Hey everyone, what's shaking? This is Swanky'K, and today we're going to install Windows XP, clean install, and update it, and I'll show you how to do that in 2024. So let's get started. I will show you how to do it, where it's done, and if you still use XP for whatever reason, whether it's application, gaming compatibility issues, or there are some industries that still use XP on their systems because it's cheaper to keep those maintained than it is to change the machines they run. So anyway, let's get started. But yeah, I mean, Windows XP is not practical usually as a daily driver, but there are still systems that I've come across that need repair that were running XP that can't be used in a virtual machine environment because it depends on not just operating system but hardware configurations as well. There's actually a whole website business industry made on building legacy systems for this kind of thing. They're kind of like one-trick ponies, but in the event, this has kind of been a pursuit of mine. It's like I don't use XP as a daily driver, but it comes in handy once in a while. So I've been using in the past the little, mini update tool, which does work, but there's a lot of little steps you have to do. You have to install this and install that, then run that command and do this command, and it does it. But far gone are the days it was like updating XP when you could just, update it. This is closer to that. So, and I think it's, if you know, if you don't, I'll show you and how it works. Oh, plus the bonus is it also activates it and all that. So it's pretty nifty. So what we're doing is we're installing Windows XP now on this laptop, the Service Pack 2. When that's done, I'm going to install Service Pack 3 and the drivers, and then we're going to link up. Service Pack 3 I could download Service Pack 3 from the update. It does do that, but the rub is Service Pack 2, even though it can link wirelessly, it does not know what the newer protocols are, the WAP. It knows what WEP is, the older wired equivalency protocol, and we don't use that. So it'll see the network, but it won't link. So you have to have Service Pack 3 to get those newer Wi-Fi protocols to order for it to actually link. So it's part and part. Plus it's quicker. So that's what we're going to do. So anyway. So now it's formatted the drive, and we are now installing files. And I might speed this up a little bit and edit just to make it a little quicker. But yeah, so it updates Windows XP like it used to for Microsoft. It's a little project called LegacyUpdate.net, and my understanding is, yeah, you should be able to do it even from Internet Explorer 5, the default one. So, but that's part of what this journey is about. I've done it on other ones, and I'm trying to remember if I didn't already install Internet Explorer 8 or not. But anyway, it's all good. So, but yeah, this laptop, I haven't used it in a long time. Like, there's not much of a practical reason to as far as a daily driver goes, but it still works. But I've also discovered some new browsers that still work on XP 32-bit systems, which I might make a part 2. It's like, okay, once you got XP up and running and updated, what do you do with it, right? So, we'll see. Point is, right now, we are just going to get it installed, updated current, and I'll even install Office XP too, because that was the one nice thing about the Windows update, is that not only did it update XP and certain features from Windows, but if you had a Office installation, whether it was Windows 2000, XP, God, XP supported, what was it? As early as Windows 2000 and as late, as recently as Windows, I'm sorry, Office, not sorry, let me rephrase that. It supports, as far as Office goes, as early as Office 2000 and as recent as Office 2010. So that's good to know. And the updates for Office are on there as well, and they're included. So it's a nice little plus. So the only things that I don't think work, because Microsoft doesn't support it anymore, is that Live Essentials, which, psh, not a big deal. But anyway, so excuse me while I vape. So, to the people who end up watching this, you know, I hope this ends up being useful. I know I'm not the only XP user out there, obviously, but obviously it's definitely not the market share anymore. But if you watch this video, you should like and comment below as far as if you still use Windows XP, and if so, what for. I'm just curious. And of course, if you find the video helpful or not, then just like and comment, and helps the algorithm and helps the channel. Okay, so now we got Windows XP installed, the initial installation. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and install Service Pack 3 and get that out of the way. Relatively big installation, but it doesn't take forever. At least part of the reason why I'm having it on disk and installed this way is, well, first of all, without Service Pack 3 you can't link wirelessly to current internet protocols. You can try, but what will happen is on Service Pack 2 it'll see the wireless network, but when you enter your credentials or password in, it just will not connect and link up. Service Pack 2 is good for like WEP, WEP, wireless equivalent protocol, which is a older one. It's not as secure, it's a little slower. So Service Pack 2 knows what that is. But since we're not using WEP, we're using what, WAP, WAP, WPA? Whatever the current one is. Service Pack 3 knows what that is, so that's part of the reason, not the only reason, but a good part of the reason why I just go ahead and knock it out. Get that in there so you can actually get functionality with your Wi-Fi. I haven't installed drivers yet, but so XP is installed, installing Service Pack 3 now, and after that I'll do drivers, and then we'll link up, and then I'll show you where the magic happens. Real quick, this is why we install Service Pack 3 from the word go, because at this point, if I did the drivers, it would see the networks, but it wouldn't actually be able to link up, because the protocol is, it wouldn't know what the protocol is, and what I mean by that is it wouldn't know what, okay, WPA2 encryption. It wouldn't know what that is. So let's just type in credentials. Connect. And we are connected. Now let's see if this works like it's supposed to. Okay. You see this? LegacyUpdate.net, you type in that, it actually pulls up the page. So while it's searching for updates, obviously it's going to look for updates for Windows XP. It's going to Office XP, and it's also going to any drivers that we may or may not want. Obviously those are optional, but it just works just like the old Windows Update for XP used to work. Plus with the bonus that it'll allow us to activate, which I'll show you in a minute when I get to that point. So that's why this is a nice little, whoever put the time and effort into this, because I'm not a programmer, I'm a computer IT guy, but programming is not my wheelhouse. So thank you whoever did this little project, because it definitely comes in handy for people who still might be inclined to use XP for whatever reason. I being one of them from time to time. So anyway, let's check it out. Like I said, you can use the update menu tool as well, but that's just more, it works, but it's more steps, more labor. This is very much like its own thing. And it'll, how XP used to work, even if you're not quote-unquote looking for updates, it'll do it in the background too. Now that the pathways, the protocols, what it talks to has been updated as well. So it checks the servers on its own for updates like it used to in the background, which is, again, a nice convenience for sure. So yeah, if you saw it, you get now where it says Windows, or where it used to say Windows Update, Microsoft Update, whatever, you now get the little legacy update icon to where the Windows Update used to be. So it takes over for that and its functionality. So that's a nice convenience. Like I said, in this regard, this is a way nicer, smoother, cooler, in my opinion, tool to use for this type of thing. Like I said, plus it will activate XP for you as well without getting on the phone and all that other stuff. So it's convenient. Okay, so when all that's said and done, you get all your updates, or all the ones that you want. It takes a little while, obviously, because there's a lot of updates. It should look something like this. So what I did was, off camera, I installed all of the updates for all the security updates. Pretty much all the ones you could do, except Live Essentials, Security Essentials, and Search 4.0. Live Essentials is dead, even if you install it, it doesn't do squat. Security Essentials may be a good idea, at least you'll have security up to a certain point. Whatever the last definitions they did, I mean, it's a layer of security. But I don't use it as a daily driver, I hardly use it at all anymore, so I'll use that as your discretion. And the Search 4.0 thing, I'm not really a fan of that one. Not like 7 and 10, which are nicer. I don't know, I just didn't get used to it. But anyway, the end result should look something like this. And okay, so first round of updates were installed, and since we're here and I'm thinking about it, let's go into Activate Windows here. And see down here we got our little auto updating downloads in the background. So Windows XP is working like it used to once upon a time. So anyway, let's over activate now. Yes. Next. No, I don't want to register. Did that a long time ago. This is XP. It's not like it's my daily driver. But anyway. And there it is. Thank you. You've successfully activated your copy of Windows. So this updater is neat because not only does it update Windows, it lets you activate it as well. So that's just for icing on the cake. And here is the end result. These two laptops are approximately the same time period age. They both run Pentium 4 style processors. This one is the one that you saw me do the clean installation on a little bit in the video. I brought it up. I basically did a clean install of XP and brought it up. And if you make that out, that's what the legacy update looks like when I have all the updates that I want. And I leave 3 behind. So that's what it's like. This guy, I didn't actually do a clean install on. This one I just went to legacyupdate.net, as is, and it took. So I didn't feel like spending the time messing with that one. But part of the reason is sometimes, depending on if you do a clean installation or not, well, let me take that back. Sometimes if you go to legacy.net and run it, you might get an error where it won't take. This one did not have that problem. This one did, so that's also part of the reason why I did a clean installation from XP on up. So the short answer is I don't know why that happens. Sometimes it just does. So but needless to say, it does work. Whether you do need a clean installation or not, I don't know, but that would be the end result. 2 laptops XP updated as much as they can be. Alright guys, well if you made it this far, I congratulate you and thank you. In wrapping up the video Windows XP in 2024, I want to say thank you for joining me and watching this video and this journey back to when Windows XP was king. If you found the installation guide helpful, whatever, whether you're used it before or you're curious about it, never used it before, I appreciate your support. Also wanted to say that if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, and consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll continue to explore all things tech, history, tips, and tricks. Also, comment below, share your thoughts. Did you ever use Windows XP, or what memories did it bring back? If you have, and if you haven't, let me know your experiences with it. I'd be curious. Like and share this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and share it with fellow tech enthusiasts. Also, if you want to get a hold of me, I'm also on Twitter at Swanky'K73 and on Facebook at Swanky'K73. So that's that. The only thing I need to say to do my due diligence is, since Windows XP is no longer supported by Microsoft officially, when you take it online, you use at your own risk. So be careful. Windows XP using offline, no problem. Online, because of security issues, I can't necessarily recommend that. So, if you have to, use it sparingly. Obviously Windows 10 and of course Windows 11 these days would be better for daily drivers as far as practical usage. But I just have to say that much. But aside from that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, be good, stay swanky. Bye bye.